We found them. Hello, my name is JD and welcome to Nidiots. Yes, today we're doing the top 10 moments from the Lost Tapes DVD. This was released around 2009, early 2010 to promote the upcoming, at the time, Jackass 3D. At the time, it was not announced that there was a Jackass 3D coming out, but it kind of gave a hint that something was happening because you don't just release something like that if you're not planning to, like, you know, re-inject that into people's memories of, oh yeah, I remember watching them. So they did. Now, I'll be honest, on this top 10 list, it was actually hard to make a top 10 on this one, and it wasn't because it was so great. It was because it's obvious why a lot of these were the lost tapes, because there's a lot of stuff that was pretty dull. But let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's first speak about the honourable mention, and that is just Johnny Knoxville and his self-defense class, or test.
Well, I'm Johnny Knoxville, United States of America, and I'll be doing a little article on self-defense equipment.
Hitman! Oh, I feel like my eyes have gonorrhea. Charge! Weren't you on 9021? Not too long ago. The pepper spray's the worst by far.
You guys want to go watch it on the TV?
That was a good segment, but it didn't make my list just because of one thing, and it's happening right now. Number 10 is Box Downstairs. It's simple, but it's effective. Johnny Knoxville gets in a box, rolls down some stairs, and it's fucking hilarious.
That really hurt. I want to see it play back. At one point, he just took off, like he actually got airborne.
That's all I can really talk about with it. Moving on. Alright, at number 9, you got Johnny Knoxville again with Street Soccer. This was just funny watching him play the goalie just in front of a building and letting people in England, so by the way, it's not soccer, it's football. Having them just kick the ball and, you know, try to score goals.
Oh, get that out of here. Oh! Where'd that go? Not bad for a Yankee.
Very simple. I'm not going to be talking too much about this. I wouldn't be surprised if this one is my shortest video, just because there's not much to talk about with these. Number 8, we got Ryan Dunn and the Wood Chipper. This one's actually funny. Just watching Bam and Pontius just throw whatever they can at Dunn through this wood chipper. So they will throw like feathers, they'll throw meat, they'll throw grass, the piles are just shit like that. Birthday cake, I'm pretty sure they threw. Actually, no, they threw that directly at him.
Oh my God, look at that. That just came out of my head. Oh dude, you smell like hot trash.
But yeah, just stuff like that, and that's why the wood chipper is at number 8. Number 7 is Pontius The Barbarian. This is a rather long segment, but the thing that puts it on the list is watching him teach people how to slay a dragon, and just watching the kids' reaction to him just desecrating this stuffed animal with a real sword is just funny. Number 6, you got the bedwetter. Now, Joe Knoxville is always funny in the way he delivers. In fact, I missed before he was famous because I used to love when he would go out and do these sort of pranks. And when you think about it, Joe Knoxville really had to adapt for the movies because, like, pranks were really his thing. Like, if you look at most of this list, it's pranks that he's doing.
Dude, the best part about it is that you squeeze it out and then he shook your hand.
And yeah, that was just another good one. Roller skate jumper. This is probably one of the most infamous Jackass stunts that we know of today. And it's the one where they're filming for season 1, and Johnny Knoxville breaks his ankle on like the first or second thing they ever shot. And it was him just trying to jump a river, which was like 10 feet of water, like 10 feet distance on roller skates, and it just, yeah, he just breaks his ankle. The funniest part of that is watching him in the hospital when he bashed his leg.
What are you doing?
Number 4, we got the Handoff. Now, this is one of those pranks that I love. From here on, they're actually all pretty good. This is another good Aaron McGeehee moment, so Danger Aaron, where he's got a fake hand and he's put it under a car tire. And he's got people convinced that his hand's stuck under the car. And like, just watching this dude try to, you know, deadlift a real car, like, it's gonna work that way. It's just funny.
You guys come here, I was just jacking up my car and it fell on my hand. Ah! 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 Ah!
Alright, this one is actually also a deleted scene on the movie, so I have a feeling it was made for the movie, but it just happened to not be put on, and now they're saying it's in the lost tapes. The Vomlet, which might I add is a little more on the nose answer. I personally prefer the original one's name with just the omelette, but the Vomlet was them reshooting it for the movie, I'm assuming, where you got Dave England, you know, doing the same thing as last time, puking into, like, eating the ingredients, puking into a bowl, cooking it up, serving it up as an omelette. But I'll be honest, I think the original one works better. It was just the delivery of the original one, and watching him in the gas mask suits, that was also really funny. But one thing that makes this one stand out and why it's at number 3 is because he actually gets Steve-O to come and bite some of it, like to have a try. And then watching Steve-O puke over Dave while Dave's trying to puke on Steve-O, it's funny.
I swear, dude, it's not your omelet, dude. It's just the idea of your omelet.
So that's why you got number 3. Now, number 2 and 1, as always, are always very hard to pick which one I like more. But today, my number 2 is the Poo Poo Platter. Very underrated, in my opinion. You got Johnny Knoxville and Rick Cossack going to a bunch of diners, and they order lunch. And Knoxville keeps ordering the vegetarian, and what he's doing when they bring him his food, when they're not looking, he's putting dog shit into the food and complaining that there's meat in it, and when really it's poo. And just watching them try to like work out what the fuck's going on is really funny, especially with that, not to sound racist, but that one Asian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, whatever it is. They just weren't taking any of his shit, and they just clicked on straight away that he was keeping something in the newspaper.
It looks like poo. This is a bean?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big bean. Is that bok choy? No. What? No. That's my newspaper. That's my private property.
And then he had to leg it out. But yeah, that's why you got number 2. Alright, so at number 1, this is funny. Like, one of the things that makes the Jackass stunt funny, or prank, is when they're ones that you can do yourself, but you just don't. And this one is one of them. Mini golf tee off. Now, with this one, you got Johnny Knoxville coming in with full-on golf gear at a mini golf course, and he's using it as a driving range, and it's just really funny the way he interacts with that one staff member that's just getting so pissed off that he keeps trying to use it like a driving range. And then he like takes his shit and he starts saying, oh, you're gonna charge me for caddying, and it's just really funny.
I gotta practice my shots.
Dude, you go ahead, go more.
The driving range isn't open today. No, those are expensive clubs. My mom gave me those clubs. Come on, I got 8 balls left. Just one more time. Are you gonna charge me a caddy fee?
But in all honesty, the Lost Tapes wasn't great. The MVP is Johnny Knoxville with 33 points. Now you might notice I wasn't acknowledging these last time, but we actually, right under that list there, we'll start to see some end credits going, see? Those are the current scorecards of totals. So what I had done is I got bored after I had shot the videos, and while I was editing I decided I'm going to rank them all. Like every person that was in the top 10 stunts, I'm going to put all their scores in and see who at the end of the final tally would actually win. And I have since tallied everything, because I've already written up the rankings scores for all of the Jackasses, not counting number 4. But it's very obvious who the top 2 winners will be. But there is actually one person in particular who was much lower than I expected. And as you might have noticed, Preston and Wee Men have still yet to make my list. And I'll let you know, they don't make it for a while. It's funny because there were certain stunts that I was like, oh, Wee Men and Preston got this, oh yeah, they're gonna make the list. And then before I know it, they've been bumped down and bumped down and bumped down, and they're not there. So, they do eventually make the list, and they do get a satisfactory score. But I'll let you know now, as a little spoiler, Wee Men and Preston do not win a single one of these things. In fact, less than 5 members of Jackass actually win the overall MVP ranking. And I'm not going to tell you who, but by the end of the video, you might have noticed that there was 10 names here. By 3.5, there's 11 names, because one more person had a decent enough score that I was like, well, I might as well put him on the list. But it baffles me that Brandon DiCamillo is still up as high as he was. But it just says a lot about what he did for the volumes. I've been JD, you've been watching Idiots. Take care. JD out.